All right, so let's get moving. Let's come over to our mats. And I think you guys can see me. Ooh, who's ready? So we're just gonna start with your feet parallel, all 10 toes facing straight ahead. And we'll just take your hands, circle them up, big inhale. Exhale, bring those hands back down. Good, deepen into that breath, big inhale. Warming up through our shoulders, warming up through our faces because we're smiling, we're breathing. Yes, we're so ready for some movement. So important to take time to move every day. Let's layer into this. So we're gonna reach up, inhale, and then exhale, squat down. Inhale, reach up. So if you've ever been on a reformer, this is kind of mimicking what we do, something called footwork on the reformer. So think about pressing through your heels. Feel the back of your thighs, your glutes, and your hamstrings activate as you squat down, but also feel that activate as you stand back up. Let's do 2 more just like this, focusing on that breath, feeling the core activate. Good, 1 more. And let's go ahead and hold this next one down. So we're gonna hold down to a squat, keep the core active so your ribs are not popping forward, they're lined up with your pelvis. We're gonna take the arms, reach them back behind us and forward. Exhale and inhale. Holding into that squat. Good, exhale and inhale. I don't know about you guys, but I can feel my thighs already. I did do a live class earlier on with Tahoe Mountain Fitness, so that was feeling my legs from that today. Good, so 2 more. We're gonna go into a nice little fun hundreds variations. We're gonna hold those hands behind us, hold back. We're gonna pump those arms, moving from that shoulder socket. So again, I'm not flapping my wrist here. Moving from the shoulder, exhale, and inhale. Good. And then exhale, and inhale. Stand up, and squat down. Keep pumping those arms, moving from your shoulder, focusing on the breath. Joseph Pilates likes to do the 100 to help move the chi in our body, so get that energy flowing, which is exactly what we're doing. We're just doing a different variation of that 100 by doing it standing, right? So no neck pain. You don't have to do the mat Pilates repertoire completely on the mat. There's so many ways to do it. That's why Pilates is really good for everybody. Good. And back up. Let's do that 2 more times. Big exhale. And inhale. On this next one, let's just hold down, reach those hands back, and reach them back, and little pulses for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way back up. So let's move into kind of a wide external stance. We're gonna come into a squat here, arms to a T. Yep. And we're just gonna laterally flex the spine, reach over, and center. Flex to the side, and center. So moving from your torso, shoulders away from those ears, and thinking about your thighs. And of course, if you need to, stand a little taller, come down a little deeper. Good. But think about kind of spiraling those thighs back. Continue with this movement. Keeping the knees over the ankles. So feel the glutes, posterior side, inner thighs working. But the legs aren't going in and out, right? That's something different. Good. And feel this hip stretch down. So it's not the legs that are moving. My legs are holding me stable. 1 more time each side. To feel fabulous. Good. And then we're going to come back to the center. And we're just going to do some pulses here. Yep. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And all the way back up. Shake that out. Good. So we're going to stay standing. Nice and parallel still. Legs glue together. I'm going to take one leg. This is my left. Taking it out to the side. I'm on my toes. Good. So feel the balance in your leg. Feel that inner thigh activate. We're going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. I'm not lifting so high to where I have to start to lean over. So I'm working to maintain length through my spine and stay upright on my leg. This is kind of replicating our side lying mat Pilates work that normally we do laying down on your side. But again, we're taking it standing today, right? Gotta mix it up. Use that outer glute to help lift and lower. Focusing on that breath. Feeling amazing already, right? You guys are smiling, we're breathing, we're feeling things. That leg can always stay low. It could be barely lifting it, or it can go a little higher. Good, 3 more. And 2. Let's hold it up. We're gonna sweep it forward, flex the foot, point the toe, bring it back. Flex, bring the leg forward, point, draw it back. If you have a chair or something, feel free to hold on for some balance. We're just taking your arm out, kind of also helps to counteract as well. But as we're doing this, we're going to not let the pelvis move. So holding the pelvis stable as you're moving that leg. Good. And let's do 2 more. Focusing on that breath. Nice flex and point. Good. One more time forward. On this next one, let's hold it back. So as you hold it back, we're just going to draw a small little circle. Say hi to Ziggy. He wants to work out with you guys. Yeah. So circling that leg, moving that femur, that leg bone within the hip socket. Good. Hug with that inner thigh on your standing leg. And breathe. Whew. I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling these. I hope you are too. 3 more. And 2. And 1. And reverse. Ooh. Lose my balance. There we go. If you lose your balance, let's come back into it, right? Yeah, every day is different. Gotta do what we can today. 3 more. And 2. And 1. Hold that leg back, hold it back, reach it back, and pulse it up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring that leg down. Shake those legs out, right? That standing leg does a lot of work in this movement, so so much more interactive by doing this standing compared to laying down. Other side. So take this leg out, good, and lift, and lower, and lift, and lower. Feels amazing. Good, use that side glute, use your core, feel it activate. Remember, we don't want to be leaning forward or back, trying to keep that body straight up. Exhale and inhale. Don't forget to breathe. Pilates is like an onion. We got lots of layers. Yeah. Good. Remember, this inner thigh and this leg that's on the floor, that's what's helped keeping us upright. So think about your nice triangle base of support. Weight in the heel, ball the big toe, ball the pinky toe, lifting with that side glute. Let's do this for 3 more. Yes. And 2. And 1. Hold it up. So flex the foot, bring it forward, point the toe, draw it back. Flex, bring it forward, point, draw it back. Our sideline mat Pilates work standing. So much fun. You should feel this standing leg working along with this hip. Focus on the breath. Good, nice and controlled. Yes, we feel amazing. Great way to start the day. Or maybe it's afternoon for you. Hello, East Coasters. Let's do 3 more. And 2. Good. And we'll do 1 more time going forward. We're gonna bring that leg back, but flex that foot again. So pull your toe towards your knee, reach to the heel, small happy circles, like you're drawing smiley faces. Make that booty happy. Good, happy faces, not sad. And breathe, good. If you need to, bring that leg lower. Let's do 2 more. And then take your time to go the opposite direction, reverse, reverse. I don't know about you guys, but this leg is on fire for me. Hope you feel the same. 3 more. 2, 1. Hold that leg lifted and pulse it up. And pulse. Use that glute. Feel that side activate. Nice. Breathing into it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that leg down. Whew. Feels amazing, right? You guys ready for more? So come to the edge of your mat. So your mat is out in front of you, right? We're just gonna nod the chin down, round your spine, but bend your knees. Hollow out through the abdomen, and then round back up using your thighs and your core. So round down, bend the knees, about halfway down. Use your core, press through the legs, articulate back up. So just trying to warm up our spine. Feel the stretch to the back of the thighs. Let's do 2 more. Nice. And on this next one, we'll go ahead, round down, soften those knees, start to come down towards your mat, walk out. Find yourself in your all-fours position. So this is a great move because this is essentially our planking foundation. So wrist below the shoulder, draw the shoulder out the ear, lift out the armpit, ribs come to the height of the hip. So our torso is nice and long. My knee is below my butt, whatever that thing's called back there. And let's round. Let's do a couple cat-cows. So round like a Halloween cat, look towards your inner thighs, and then move from your chest, open up the heart, extend to that thoracic spine, your upper back, open the chest, and then round from the pelvis. So moving to round from the pelvis, and then moving from my heart, my chest, to open and look forward. Inhale, and deep exhale. Good, just focus on the breath. And this move is really fabulous to help learn how to mobilize our spines, right? We want our spines to be they should be able to mobilize, they should be able to move. 2 more. Take your time as you flow through that. And on the last one, I want you to come and meet me back here in the middle. So a nice flat back, lift out the armpits. So think about your bicep, tricep, front and back of the arm, pec and lat, front and back of the armpit, working to help lift you out of the wrist. Legs glue together. We're gonna flex your foot, we're gonna kick it up, and then I'm gonna bring it back down. Flex, kick it up so my knee is flexed, and then I'm extending at my hip. So I'm using my butt cheek to lift the leg up and bring it back down. But be mindful not to lift so high to where you have to collapse and sink down, right? So we want to stay lifted. Our torso is not moving. It's just our femur, our leg bone within our hip socket. So take your time. Sometimes smaller is better. We got to stay within our range of motion and then work to improve it. But feel that glute activate as that leg goes up. Squeeze into the glute right there and then bring it back down using your core. Reach it up and back down. Those legs should be feeling amazing by now. Lift out the armpits. Focus on the breath. If you need to, come onto your knuckles, right? You can even come down to your forearms as well. I find that a little bit more challenging with the leg movement. 3 more. And to get ready for the fun stuff, right? I know it's been fun already, but on this next one, let's hold that lift, hold it. So if you can't get your knee to about the height of your hip, and then that foot is flexed, I'm gonna point it as I lengthen it back behind me, and I'm gonna flex it as I bring it back in. So I'm gonna point, draw it back, flex, bring it in. Point, lengthen back, flex, bring it in. But working to keep that knee lifted. So it's not lifting and lowering. I'm extending from the knee, lengthening my leg, and flexing to bring it back in, using my hamstring and glute. Yes, feels amazing. Let's do 3 more. And 2. Good. 1 more. Hold that leg lengthened back and just pulse that leg up. Engage that butt cheek. Squeeze glute. Lift out the armpits. Draw your ribs up. Breathe. Smile. Yes, we're having fun for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that leg down and lay on your side. That way that leg that we just had moving is our top leg. And just be mindful, we're gonna do both sides. So make sure you don't repeat the same move on both sides. But so line yourself up with the back of your mat, kind of like a banana. I'm gonna bring my legs forward to the front edge of my mat. My bottom arm is gonna lengthen to straight, top hand on the mat in front of me. So if you need to for your hip, roll a little bit to your butt cheek if this bothers your hip bone. I'm gonna lift both legs and lower. Lift and lengthen both legs and lower. And it might not be this high, maybe you're just barely lifting, but think about your bottom leg helping to lift the top leg. So it's like my bottom inner thigh is lifting my top leg up, but I'm focusing on my glute, or my side glute, and my obliques being what is lifting me up. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale, using that side body. So we're gonna do a few more like this, and then we're gonna layer on, but of course if you need to, stay here. So 2 more. And then if you're up for the challenge today, press into this top hand, everything lifts and lowers. So my bottom arm kind of stays connected to my head. So my head is almost resting on my bottom tricep, or my bottom bicep, on this side. Good. And lifting into a banana shape for mat Pilates, right? This is actually a move, mat Pilates banana. Working those obliques for 5. And 4, find that side body. 3, good, get ready for the fun part. 2 more, how can it get more fun? So on this next one, we're gonna hold that lift, hold it, and let's beat those heels together. The legs are lifted for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower back down. So take your top hand, reach it overhead. Take your bottom hand, grab the top wrist and pull it. That way give yourself a nice stretch on your side. Inhale. Deep exhale. Good, breathing into it. So guess what? We have to do that all over on the other side. So let's come back up. We're gonna go back to that all fours position, right? Can't forget about that part. So hands and knees. Good, lift out the armpits, shoulders out the ears, draw down, legs glue together, lift the ribs up to the height of the pelvis. So keeping this knee bent, I'm gonna flex my foot, kick it back, and bring it back down. Flex the foot, kick it back, engage that glute, engage your glute, that butt cheek to help lift the leg. Focus on the breath. Remember, as that leg lifts, I'm not collapsing down, I'm staying lifted through my torso. Rib cage up to the height of the pelvis, just as it should be when we're standing upright. We're always trying to find that neutral pelvis, which is essentially our ribs lined up over the hips for our neutral spine, the natural curve of our body. But we find it standing in this all fours position, being on our side and laying down. And hopefully this leg is starting to feel amazing too. Good. Focus on the breath. Breathe and smile. Feel your butt cheek smile. It should be. 3 more. And 2. On this next one, let's hold that leg lifted. So keeping that knee, if you can, up to the height of the hip. And then lengthen the leg to straight as you point your toe. Flex the foot and bend. Point, lengthen back. And then flex as you come back in. Point, lengthen back. Flex, bring it back in. Good. Keeping that thigh lifted. Feel your glute and your hamstring, the back of the thigh, helping to bring that leg back in. Feels so amazing. 5 more. Good. We can do it. And 4. 3. You guys are all doing fabulous. 2 more. And then 1 more time to bend. Lengthen out. Hold that leg long and pulse that leg to the ceiling. But again, as I'm pulsing, I'm not sinking in my ribs. My ribs are staying lifted. Lifting out of my armpits for 5. Or we gotta do a couple more than that. We gotta be even, right? So now 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then bring that leg back in. Laying on your other side. So that leg that was just moving, that one's on top. So line yourself up with the back edge of your mat, your shoulders and your hips, and then folding from the hips, bring the legs out in front of you. So you have that banana kind of boomerang shape. My bottom arm lengthens to straight, top hand in front of me, pressing onto the mat. And remember, roll to your butt cheeks if you need to for this one, if it feels better in your hips. And let's lift and lengthen both legs and back down. Both legs lift and lower. Both legs lift. It doesn't have to be high. Stay within your range of motion here. But thinking about that bottom inner thigh helping to lift the top leg. Bottom inner thigh lifts that top leg. Almost like my legs are being pulled away from me as they lift. So find that length within the movement. I'm lengthening as I lift my legs. Good. So we'll do a few more of these and then we'll layer on to lift that upper body. But remember, if you need to, stay here. So now, let's go ahead and combine it. So lift the upper body and the lower body, banana, and come back down. Banana, and come back down. Remember, focus on those obliques, that side body, helping to lift, and that side glute. My bottom inner thigh is also working. So many things to think about, right? And just, every time you do Pilates, all the pieces start to come together. So if you're missing like some cues, don't worry. The more you practice Pilates, it's a practice, right? It's not just a workout, it's a practice. The more we do it, we get better. 5 more. And 4. Good. 3, breathe. And 2, exhale and inhale. And on this next one, let's hold it up, and let's beat those heels together for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower back down. Take that top hand and reach it overhead. Grab onto that wrist, pull it with your bottom hand, and just give yourself a nice stretch. Breathe into that. So think about breathing into that top long inhale. Deep exhale. Just let all the air out. Re-energizing our body by improving our breath work. Another great benefit of being here this morning. So 1 more deep inhale here. And as we exhale, we're just going to lay on our bellies. So come on to your belly. So lift out of your armpits. So elbow below the shoulder. Also think about lifting your ribs up. So you should see like this little light tunnel underneath me. Pubic bone down, abs are drawing up. So I feel my glute and my hamstrings active too. Lifting on the armpits. Make sure your neck isn't like this. Look a little bit to the mat right in front of you so the neck is long. I'm going to lift my right leg up and down. Left leg. And then right leg. So as my leg lifts, I'm using my butt cheek and my hamstring, but I'm also feeling like my leg is being pulled behind me. So finding that length. If you need to, for your back, open the arms a little wider and just come a little lower. So if being lifted is too much on your back, just bring your torso down. Good. Gotta strengthen that back body. But again, keep those ribs and abs lifted up. Shoulders away from those ears. Everything should be working here. Good. So 1 more time each side. And then I'm gonna hold my right leg lifted. I'm gonna bend my knee so my quad, the front of my thigh is off the floor. Flex my foot, and I'm gonna press it up. Press it up, press it up. Keeping my hips reaching down, so this might be a small range of motion for you, that's okay. But use your glute and your hamstring. Keep the core active to protect that back for 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up, lengthen out, lower back down. Other side. So lift the quad, the thigh off the floor, bend the knee, flex the foot, and press it up. Press it up. Almost like you have a cup of coffee or tea on your heel, and you don't want to lose it as you press up and down. But keep that core active. Focus on the breath. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lengthen and lower. So lay flat down. If your shoulders allow, take those hands straight overhead, shoulders out of ears. Lift your left hand, right leg. Right hand, left leg. So starting out with a slow swim here, so my torso is down. Pubic bone down, core active. So think about hugging your hip bones in towards each other like 2 magnets to help fire up that transverse ab. It's that deepest layer of musculature that helps to strengthen our core a little bit deeper, and it also prevents the pelvis from moving. Well, it helps to stabilize it. So feel free to stay here, or one more time each side, and then lift everything up, and let's go for that full swim. Opposite arm, opposite leg, nothing moves besides your limbs. Inhale and exhale. Just in case you guys have been sitting, this is a great way to help undo all that sitting by strengthening our back body. And keep it going for 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower down. So bend the elbows. One more move here before we get off our bellies. Hands come below the forehead. Shoulders away from the ears. I'm going to just lift my upper body and back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. So just guys, in case you're looking, my hands are basically like this. And I'm extending my spine up and back down. Thinking about your elbows being pulled to the ceiling, but also drawing down towards your heels. Inhale and exhale. My thighs are also active. I have that tightening of my belt. Feel free to stay here, or let's hold it up. Open the arms to a T. Reach the hands to your hips. As you extend higher, open back to your T. Hands to your forehead, lower down. Lift up, inhale, arms to a T. Reach back to your ankles, lift up higher, arms back to a T, back to the forehead, and lower. Inhale, lift, open, reach it back, open, and close. Good, for 5 more. Stay within your range of motion. You don't have to lift super high, but focus on your breath. Think about the core staying active. Nice. And 2 more. Strong back sides. And 1 more. And lower back down. Press up. Come into a shell stretch into your child's pose. Butt back to the heels. Feel free to open those legs. Stretch forward. And breathe into that back. Inhale. And exhale. Naturally, your air kind of goes into the back of your lungs in this position, so it's a great benefit to learn how to breathe into that entire lung. Let's just do 1 more inhale here. And then as you exhale, bring yourself back to upright. We're going to sit on our butts. Knees bent out in front of you. So stacking up nice and tall, holding the back of your thighs. Reach, kind of rock back on those thick bones, so just to like a little C curve. And then come back up. Walk back to a C curve, walk your hands down your thighs. And back up. Think about keeping your feet planted on the floor. That's going to help to stabilize the move a little bit more for you. Good. So now come back up. You can stay in that position or grab one thigh, straighten the leg, and bend. Straighten and bend. Exhale and inhale. Scoop the abs. Think about the hip bones hugging in. Feel the ribs lift away from the hips. So make sure you're not compressing down. You still have length even in the C curve. So stay here or hold that leg straight. Walk up your thigh if you can. Shoulders out the ears. Find your basically modified teaser here. Walk down your thigh into a deeper C curve. And then walk yourself back up. And walk it down. And walk it back up. Staying within your range of motion. 2 more times here. Good. And 1 more. and back up. And then hold here. Can you take your hands off your thigh? Good. And bring them back on and lower that leg down. So other side. Grab the back of your other thigh, straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. Good. Focus on the breath. Shoulders are the ears. Find that little tuck of the pelvis, but ribs lifted away from the hips. Hold that leg straight if you can. Walk up the thigh, and then walk yourself down and back up. Good. Walk yourself down and back up. Staying within your range of motion. You don't have to go super far down. Basically stopping in like a crunch position and coming back up. Good. And 2 more. And breathe. Good. Like we're walking up our leg like it's climb a tree. And on this next one, let's go ahead and stay up. Stay up, find that length, shoulders down. Open the arms, open them. Whew. Bring them back in and take that leg down. So scoot more towards the front of your mat. I'm gonna have my knees open. I'm gonna take my arms in between my thighs and then I'm gonna grab on the outside of my ankle. I'm gonna find my balance point. I'm gonna try to find my little hover here. This might be as far as you go. Otherwise, I'm gonna hold that C curve. I'm gonna roll back to my shoulders and I'm gonna use the back of my thighs to bring me back up. So I'm gonna roll back and forward. But as I come up, I wanna feel my hamstring and my glute that we've been working. Kind of like my legs, my shins are pressing into my hands as well to help bring me back up. So feel that back body. Feel that back body, bring me back up. Let's do 3 more. And 2. And just 1 more. Massaging your spine, coming back to upright, good, beautiful. So let's, we're gonna do a quick little open leg rocker variation. We might not go super far, but legs open a little wider for this one. Roll back into that C curve. Bring those legs to a hover. Maybe you stay here or straighten the left, straighten the right, left, and right. So feel free to stay there or 1 more time to each side. And then straighten both legs, grab your ankles, shoulders at the ears, and you're gonna roll back. And again, back of the thighs to bring you back to upright. The higher your hands are on your legs, the more challenging this is gonna get to come back to upright, especially if your hamstrings don't feel that flexible at the moment. And only back under the shoulders, never the neck. 2 more. Good. And just 1 more time. Good. And come back up, relax those legs back down. So let's make our way to the mat. Let's roll all the way back down. Good. So feet planted on the mat, shoulders away from the ears, palms pressing down, flat back bridge, flat back lower. Lift your booty up and back down. Engage the glute to help lift those hips, release it lower. Engage it up and back down. Don't mind Ziggy. Good. Squeeze it up, release it down. Nice. He must be front and center. Yep, you guys can still see me there. Good. So engage the glutes up and back down. 2 more. And 1. So this next one, we're gonna do a piriformis stretch, single leg variation. So I'm gonna cross my right ankle over my left thigh, aiming my right knee to the other side of the room. And I'm gonna lift up and back down. So as I lift up, I wanna think about driving this knee to the floor, the one that's crossed over. And also that hip, thinking about reaching it up to help keep those hips lifted. So engage that glute and hamstring, lift it up and back down. Lift and lower, good. Focusing on the breath. Let's do 5 more. And 4, 3, 2, and let's hold it up, hold it up. Lift those hips a little higher, lift a little higher for 5, 4, 3, 2, bring it back down, and let's switch sides. So cross that other ankle over, aim that knee away from you. Lift your hips up, think about this hip drawing up higher and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Good. Focusing on that breath. Breathing into it. We're almost done there. We're going to wrap it up here after these bridges. Good. 5 more. And 4, 3, 2, and then hold it, lift it, hold it up, hold it up, hold it up, hold it up. Bring it back down. Bend both knees into tabletop. Grab your shins. If you can, lift and hold into a crunch, shoulders away from those ears. Reach everything away and pull it back in. Reach everything away and pull it back in. So if your body allows, your torso does not come up and down. I'm maintaining this flexion the entire time, looking towards my inner thighs. Curling tight into a nice little ball, ring in the air out of my lungs, and then lengthening out. Good, 3 more. And 2. Good. And 1 more. Hold those legs out. Take your hands behind your head. Just lift and lower those legs for 5. And 4. And 3. Good. 2. And 1. Bring those legs back to tabletop. Hold the back of your thighs. Rock yourself up. Flip yourself over. Coming onto your hands and your knees. Good. Do a couple cat-cows. Round and extend. Just 2 more. On this next one, hold your spine rounded. Curl your toes underneath you. Press your hips to the sky like a down dog. Elephant for Pilates. And then bend 1 knee at a time. So kind of walking it out. Feeling the stretch on the back of the thighs. And your back, shoulders out of the ears. So draw your shoulder blades toward your back pockets. 1 more time to each side. And then keep the feet flat. Walk your hands back toward your toes. Allow your hands and your head to feel heavy. Circle those arms around. Maybe let that head shake yes, and then no. And then roll yourself up, soften those knees, move with your core from your back, articulate back up. Roll those shoulders back, breathe, feels so amazing. Inhale, circle up. Feeling gratitude for our bodies, for everyone out there in the world, sending love out to everyone, inhale. And to ourselves, just taking time to move today. Our bodies appreciate it. Hopefully you can feel that already. Exhale back down. Good, circle those shoulders back. So just feeling gratitude for yourself for the rest of the day. Honoring however you might feel today, tomorrow in our quarantine lifestyle, right? It's a different shift, a different mentality. Again, please join me this Friday and Saturday, 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So this Friday, Saturday, 9:30 a.m. for another about 30-minute Instagram live workout for free. All I ask is that you share, if you caught part of this on your workout, share with your friends, tag me in the comment at Jessica Ann Pilates. And also check out the link in my bio. You can see more of my videos on my YouTube page. And again, thank you so much for coming and look forward to seeing you guys all on Friday. Have a beautiful day. Bye.